fellow traders, and it's around 9:45 a.m. and I just woke up. It's on Tuesday. So yesterday on Monday I didn't have time to analyze the charts because I was feeling kind of sick, and so today that's when I've started my trading week on Tuesday, and currently I'm having white bread and milk, and let me show you what I'm anticipating for the week, and let me show you the chart of what I'm anticipating. So this is what I'm seeing on the euro dollar. So on the daily time frame, we had a clear break of structure to the upside, since confirming the market was previously on an uptrend. After I got this break of structure to the upside, the market later plummeted to the downside and gave us a change of character. After getting the change of character, market retraced back to the premium, and that's where it sold from. It retraced back to the premium, and we can see that that's where the market sold from. And after retracing back to the premium, market gave us a break of structure to the downside, confirming that the market has shifted now to bearish, from bullish to bearish. Let me take out this. So we can see that on the external structure on the daily, we are bullish. So we are bearish, sorry. So on the 4 hour, we can see that the market was currently on a down. On the internal structures on the 4 hour, we can see that the market is completely on a downtrend, where it has created a series of higher lows and higher highs, higher lows and higher highs, and this was the last break of structure to the downside on the 4 hour. So after we got this break of structure to the downside, we can see that the market left a very huge imbalance around this zone, and I'm anticipating that the market might either retrace back to fill this fair value gap here, or this one, and react from this order block. So but I'm anticipating that this sell side liquidity must be taken out. So I'm trying to get some counter trend to this zone around here. So we can see that this is so from last week, we can see that we got a break of structure to the upside around here. We got a break of structure. So as I'm trying to mark the current trend, we can see that the market has been making a series of higher highs and higher lows, and you can see that these are very strong low here, because it swept liquidity below these two lows here. It swept sell side liquidity below these two lows here, and they are reacting from this order block. So this is a very strong low here. I'm not as long as the market doesn't break it, I'm anticipating that the market will push to either this zone, take out this buy side liquidity, either fill this imbalance, or go to the extreme and fill this extreme imbalance here. So I'm trying to take some counter trend trade, and so this is what I'm seeing here. So let's go to the hourly. On the hourly, I was anticipating that the market will either react from this order block, which is up there, it has, but I wanted to go to the extreme, which it has already reacted from this order block that I had marked here, and took out this sell side liquidity. So I'm trying to figure out the type of price action that it's gonna go around this zone. If I get any possible setup around this zone, I will let you know, but I'm trying to take some buys. So if I get any setup, I will let you know, because I'm anticipating that the market on the DXY to be bearish for the week. So if I get any setup around any type of price action, I will let you know. But for now, let's wait and see what the market will do. So as I wait for my setups to play out, so someone just brought me a shoe, his shoes, so that I can stitch it for him. And I'm already done with the first one. You can see this is what I'm doing. I was stitching it, and yeah, I'm already done with the first one, and I'm using this needle and this thread, and yep. So he brought two shoes. So he brought two shoes, and I'm charging $1, so I'm charging $2 for the two shoes. So spend a day with me as I wait for my setup to play out, stitching his shoes, so that we can get paid. So it's on Wednesday, and I'm quite blank. I'm not seeing anything in the market, but I'm glad to see that the analysis we did yesterday on Tuesday, the market has already come back to that zone, which I was anticipating that the market will retrace back. If I see any type of change of character in this lower time frame, either on the euro dollar or the pound dollar, I'll be taking this trade. But I don't know what is happening currently, because I've seen this candle spike around here, and I was not expecting any USD news today. If I check on my let me see, if I check on my calendar, I was not expecting any USD news today. So today is on Wednesday. So Wednesday, the only USD news that today is on Wednesday. I'm expecting a FMOC meeting around 9 p.m. and I don't know what that spike, what's happening currently on the dollar, because I've seen this huge candle spike. So I'm anticipating. Let me go to the pound dollar and the euro dollar to see what's happening. So on the euro dollar, this is what I'm seeing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm seeing. I don't know what type of price action is happening around this zone, because my final analysis is that I'm expecting this market to retrace back to these take out these buys of liquidity, either fill this imbalance around here, or go to the extreme around this zone, because I was anticipating that the market retrace. If I take my FIBA tool from this zone to that zone there, we can see that the market retraced to the golden zone, which is the 61.18 and 70.5 zone, and we can see that where the market is retracing from. So let me take out this fib tool, and around this zone, I also use another strategy. I was expecting some selling pressure around this zone, around this 1.24 to 50. If I can show you, there were some put contracts. There were sellers who had placed some put contracts around here, this zone. You can see around this 1.1425, there were 4 put contracts, and also we had on this other zone here, we had 191 contracts added around that zone. So I'm expecting some selling pressure around that zone. That's the reason why I had marked this earlier in the morning, and that's why we got that selling pressure, and the market has plummeted to the downside. So I'm quite blank, because this price action looks so shady. I don't know what's happening here, but let me see and analyze a little bit, and if I understand this type of price action, I will let you know. So finally the market has closed, and yep, we call it a week. So this week has been a little bit challenging for me, because I was feeling so sick on Monday, Thursday and Friday. I was so sick I didn't manage even to record the weekly vlog videos. And also market wise, the market was a little bit tough for the week, but the good thing is that we did not lose any money by jumping into any setup that we get. So the setup which I was anticipating, they did not play out, but only one that kind of played out on the market close on Friday. Let me show you the setup that I was anticipating on Friday, though it played out during the market close. Let me show you. So this is the setup that I was anticipating on Friday, and I saw this breakout structure, and I was waiting for the market to come back to this extreme and fill this fair value gap below here, and we can see that the market came back to the extreme, and it reacted from the fair value gap and reacted to the upside. So on the hourly, this is what I saw. After we mitigated this 4-hourly imbalance here, I saw this as a change of character around the zone. So after I saw this change of character, there's something I saw on the 15 minutes. On the 15 minute, we can see where this is where we got that change of character after mitigating this 4-hour fair value gap. So I was anticipating that the market we'll take out this sell side liquidity below these lows and come back, because you can see there was a very huge fair value gap below here, and that's what I was anticipating on the Friday, that the market will come and mitigate this fair value gap. And we can see that during around the late night hours, during when the market was coming to the close, that's when this fair value gap got mitigated. And I'm anticipating that on next week market open, we will take off from this fair value gap around here, because we have already taken the sell side liquidity, and there is this fair value gap, and we already had the change of character. So I'm anticipating that the market will take out from this fair value gap for the next coming week, so that we can either we can take this buy side liquidity above these highs, and also either mitigate these little fair value gap and fill this fair value gap, or even go to the extreme and fill out this extreme fair value gap above here. But that's where I'm anticipating the market to take off from the next week. Since on Friday I couldn't have taken the trade, I didn't want to hold the trade during the weekend. So let's see how next week is gonna play out. Since the market is closed, we can call it a weekend. Let's hope that next week we will be able to catch some proper setups. And yep, the best thing that on this week is that we did not lose any money. So currently on my pro farm, I'm sitting on a drawdown of just $16, and it's not that big. And also on my personal account, I'm out of drawdown. So we can just hope that next week it's gonna be a good week, and we will be able to catch some peeps. So if you enjoy this kind of video, kindly like, comment, and subscribe, so that you can see more of my videos on the weeks to come, and how I'm just chasing profitability, and one day we will become millionaires. So see you on the next week on the market open. Peace out.